Hi, I'm Mike, the bearded bimbler, and this is my adventures. So come with me as we run, walk, crawl, and cycle across the many and varied landscapes of the UK.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day two. Excuse me. Welcome to day two of the van build. So, we've stripped it all out in the last one, as I've shown, and all of the insulation has now arrived. All the windows should be arriving today, and pretty much most of the solar system should be here this week. So the two biggest things of the van are the two biggest costs: the insulation and the windows. So the insulation is somewhere for this size of van, which is a long wheelbase, high top. It is around about £500. Now, people might go, and insulation is a funny topic within the kind of camper van VW world, because everybody has their own particular way of doing it. That's absolutely fine. The way I'm doing it is the way I want to do it and the way I like to do it, and it's the way that I've done Ophelia the T4. I have absolutely no problems with the way it was done before. I'm using the Dodo mat products because that's what I've used in a T4, and I think it's absolutely superb, easy to put on, brilliant thermal properties. All of this came from Coombe Valley Campers again, so a big shout out to them, because yeah, I'm happy to give my money to companies like that who are very, very good and they have excellent customer service. So yeah, £500 odd for the insulation. The windows are extremely expensive, and I know that you can get the windows cheaper. You can't get second-hand windows for this. I've had a look. Being 2020, they're just not available, and the windows that are available, the two windows at the side of the van where they're going to go up front, that's like £350, and then you've got the windows for the back door as well. So the entire cost is like somewhere like £600 in total once you've added in the bonding kit and everything else as well. So yeah, two massive costs for this. The solar, again, not massively expensive, but the biggest cost of the solar is the batteries. So it's two kind of lithium batteries, and they're gonna come out at nearly £400. I think it's about 350 odd pounds, the two battery. So yeah, good job I've got my pension payout money, isn't it, folks? So yeah, there's biggest expenses that are going in now. There isn't really any other big expenses other than the kind of the insulation and the windows. It's just like the cost. It's just the cost is the cost, and you can do it cheaper. That's absolutely fine. I think a word of warning about on my personal feelings on insulation is that I've seen a lot of people do it a lot of different ways, and one of the ways I've seen done quite a lot is by using expanding foam. Now, I've restored the T4. I've had to dig out expanding foam where it's been shoved into gaps, and it is just god awful stuff. The problem with it is that it is exactly as it says, expanding foam. So as soon as you're shoving it in between panels, panel gaps, it's going to expand and it's going to start to shift the panels in the van. There's no way of avoiding that. That's what it's going to do. It's going to distort the panels in your van. It's going to shift it all. When you need to go in and try and do anything, reroute things, or you fancy a change around or whatever, you are then stuck with all that expanding foam everywhere inside your cavities and everything, and it is just a god awful stuff. It's really toxic and horrible. I mean, it's messy. not only is it messy to put in because it will drip and it will go everywhere in your hair and on your clothes, and it's extremely difficult to get off. It's also, once you have to then clean it up, the amount of mess that it creates once you clean it up, I just don't see the benefit of it. I get that it's quick and it expands and it's done and people just do it. That's absolutely fine. That's up to them. Personally, I wouldn't go near the stuff. I think it's absolutely naff. Nor would I go near the stuff that people put in their attic, because a lot of that holds water. It's going to trap condensation and moisture in the side of your van, which is metal, and it's going to rot it from the inside out. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's insulation's expensive. Go as far as you want to go, do what you want to do. My personal feeling is that I'm quite happy to stick to stuff like Dodo mat, because it is the best stuff that's out there. I've had a look at a few options, but this was just by far the easiest and the best option, and I've used it before and I'm happy to use it, so that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to have to go through all these boxes because there's quite a lot of boxes, and it is a complete kind of insulation system for the van. So what we have is sound deadening panels that are going to fit on here. We have some kind of floor insulation, sound deadening stuff. We then have a kind of silver foil substance that goes on top of the deadening. And we then have the fleece, the thermal fleece that goes on top of that. So it's a bit of a 3-layer system. I ordered it for the long wheelbase, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up needing more, especially of the fleece, because there are so many cavities in this van that fleece is just it's gonna get used up like crazy. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need some more fleece. There are a few spots that I can't do, places where the windows are going to go, a few spots in the roof where some of the solar cabling is going to come down. I mean, I could do. I could put the stuff up on the roof, and then literally only the bottom half is going to be boarded. And then I could board it all. I'll board it all after I've done that. It's going to take a couple of weeks to get the windows in. Sort of, I'm not free and my mechanic mate's not free either, and I really don't want to do the windows on my own. I'd rather do them with somebody who's done them before quite often, whereas it would probably take me a whole day to arse around with just one window. I'll have all 4 windows done in a morning. So I'd rather pay somebody to get certain stuff done. I just can't be arsed doing it. So yeah, I suppose we better crack on, hadn't we, folks, and start making some bloody space. I am running out of space. I need a big massive shed storage thing because I've got so much stuff now. All of these boxes of thermal insulation take up pretty much the front half of the van, and then I've got all of the solar stuff coming, 2 big solar panels as well, and I'm not really sure where all of this stuff going. I feel it's going to have to become a bit of a storage depot for the time being. So yeah, it's chilly, it's damp, it's horrible, so I'm happy to be in here. I've put the heater in as well because I want to try and get stuff warmed up in here before I actually do it, and I might kind of clear it out a bit and leave the heater in to kind of just warm the inside of the van up, because obviously when you're putting kind of panels down, you wouldn't really want to put stuff on a cold surface. You've got the glue and the adhesion, so the warmer it is, you know, the easier it is applying, the more adhesion you're going to get. So yeah, need to kind of heat up the inside of the van first, just to improve, just to help out with the adhesion. So off we go. Let's do day 2. I should be able to get most of this insulation done today, but we'll see where we get to. Right then, folks. Well, hopefully we're back on with normal filming now. It's been an absolute nightmare. I'm not sure how much of the last lot of footage you've seen because I've just had so many problems with the cameras and the filming today. But the floor is kind of down, or the underlay stuff is down. The wooden flooring is going to go back on. I'm just using the old stuff that was down because it's so much easier to use. It was a lot better. So I'm going to use that. The van is becoming nice and toasty inside. So I will soon start putting all of the sound deadening on the walls. So yeah, let's get cracked on with that. So it's worth noting, guys, just as I'm kind of doing that we're not going for 100% coverage. I think the aim is to get around sort of 70-80% coverage with the sound deadening material. That should be more than enough. So if I just turn the camera around, so as you can see here, we've started off here and just putting in one in each thing, but I'm actually thinking, because I've got 3 packs of this, well 4 packs, so there's quite a lot of sound deadening material, so I'm probably just going to double up on them and then get as much coverage as I possibly can within them. So yeah, it's going quite well. So if you listen, you get that tinny sound, and if you do this, there's a massive difference between them two, isn't there? So that's why you're kind of paying. The material's quite thin, self-adhesive. It is sticky, so just kind of watch it doesn't kind of attach to itself as you're doing it, and also watch all of these sharp edges here, because if you get your finger caught on them, they will take your finger off. Right then folks, so we have now finished. That literally took like half an hour just to get all of that sound deadening in, and what a difference it makes. So undone panel, done panel, undone, done. There's just such a massive difference, and even here you do that. You notice how there's a dull thud now rather than that tinny. So roof has also been done as well. I still have like 2.5 packs of that matting, that dead mat. So yeah, I don't really know what to do with it all. I've got tons of it. I think there's enough there to do the inside of the cab as well, to do the cab roof. So if I wanted to, I could go and kind of sound deaden all of that, but it means literally stripping out all of the cab there. I might have a look online so I can find out how easy it is. Yeah, the next step is to basically bung in all of the fleece insulation. I think I need to have a look, see if I've got some spray adhesive. Then I can do that and just kind of bang in some fleece insulation in it. And then there's a foil liner to go over that. Windows are here. I think I've actually double ordered the windows. So I think at least one of the boxes has got to go back. I don't even know how I've managed to do that. The reverse camera or the rear camera is here, so I need to put that in. Some of the bits for the solar are also here. The electrical output hookup is here, so I need to have a look about putting that in as well. Yeah, so there's quite a few odd little jobs to do, but pretty much most of it is done. I haven't done this side, and I haven't done this side because that is where the windows are going. So I have absolutely no need to do that on them windows because that's where the windows are going, and then obviously I can sound deaden around it. Same with the back doors. I don't need to put loads on the back doors because the windows are going in there as well. There's a little few spots I'm going to do, but other than that, that's pretty much the sound deadening done for the day. On and off, messing around, cut my hand a couple of times. Yeah, I can clean up all this bloody mess now. So yeah, a few more little touch-up jobs, clean up, pack up for the day, and then start fresh tomorrow. Catch you later.